Okay, and I believe it will soon be that time again. Hmm. 3 minutes up, and all is well. Alrighty then. Such a beautiful night. Okay, and the link is going out. Yay! And there we go. And 2 minutes to show. While I'm making all this noise, I can. Oh, do my own. Because anything else that I do from anywhere else will not feel the same as the Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing things in the background. Namah Shivaya. Om. And there is no background here. Oh, marvelous, wondrous, waiting for all. Renewing and releasing the one within me. And it is now that time. Okay. It is now that time. This is Reverend Sharon. And good evening. I am speaking to you on behalf of the fact that you are a healer. If you don't believe that, just take a look at any cut or bruise that you may have acquired in your lifetime. If that is not still open, then you have at some point begun a healing process that has brought you to this point and time now. What we like to do here at You Are a Healer is we like to start out, and let's see, can you hear me? Yes, you can. Okay. We like to start out with the taping of this because I don't really expect to have a group or a crowd this evening. This particular evening is brought to you by Holy Spirit, or my affectation of what Holy Spirit is. Sharon, you need to assist in this because the energies are available now for so much good and so much positive manifestation. And I was just going to enjoy the energy by myself. But in order to do that, I would have to have ignored the fact that there was a request coming in from Spirit. And I try not to ignore those requests if I can. And so I'm here. Now, as I was about to say, we normally start off at You Are a Healer with meditation, something deep, something powerful, or hopefully powerful, something that will allow the listener to release, to gather in positive energy, to be in the one of space and time. And so we open up with a deep breathing exercise. However, you may start your breathing rituals, however, you may breathe throughout your day, it's okay. You don't have to be or think any other way. But when you monitor your breath, when you feel your breath, not just the shallow, hollow breath that we're used to having, but the sensation of the energy as you breathe. This is what makes a difference in how you receive the vibrations of one spirit within you. One spirit within you, divine source, God, goddess, however you refer to that spark within you, that particle of universal light. Monitoring your breath is the best way to ignite that spark. And so, this is one of the things we'll do this evening. We'll ignite that spark, bringing it into the flame within, allowing ourselves to feel that flame. Ooh, I think there we go. I may have improved my sound a bit. Allowing ourselves to be within that flame. This is something that is not new. It's not new age or however you would like to prefer to it. This is something that has been practiced since the days of ancient Egypt or Kemet. This is something that was a familiar tool in the Halls of Amenti. lowering your eyelids, directing the eyes upward towards the third eye as far up as you can, taking in a deep breath through the nostrils, holding it for as long as you possibly can, and releasing through parted lips. And breathe. Breathing again. Inhaling once again. Holding that energy in. Feeling the frequency, absorbing the frequency that is yours. You are the light of the world. Releasing that frequency through parted lips. With your eyelids lowered, your palms facing upward. Some perfect the Om finger formation. Some perfect the Kanshi, which is from Reiki. There's so many hand formations. There are those who simply place their hands downward on the thighs so that the energy that goes through you as you practice your meditation circulates throughout the body. However you feel the most comfortable, this is how I suggest that you breathe. Bringing that breath in, allowing it to resonate with yourself, with your being. And when I say self, I speak of that which you truly are. With the next breath, and we shall take 3 in succession, bring about the vibration of the frequency of the Om. It is the sound of the center of the universe. This is something that we need to continually remember. On the count of 3, breathe in the Om. 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 And breathe. Now, just as we are about to release the breath, once again, inhale deeply. As you release through parted lips, I am suggesting that you place your fingertips touching each other, palms directly in front of your navel. Breathing in and releasing that breath with the Om sound. Om. Feeling that vibration, knowing that you are in a sacred space, a place where you have no fears, where you are surrounded by light, the light that shines from every being. And breathe. The message that I come with this evening is one of gladness and joy, as this is the beginning of the opening of the Lion's Gate. What is the Lion's Gate? Well, for those who are in the know, this information will seem mundane. This is for those who are curious. The Lion's Gate is a portal. Those of you that are star seeds and light workers, readers and healers, psychics and mediums, any gift that you have of spirituality, there's so many gifts or talents that you may feel or perhaps not feel are yours. Now is the time when they will receive enhancement. The Lion's Gate portal is opening to shine that enhancement. Its reflection comes about as, well, let's see. It will appear when the gate is finally open that there are two suns rising, and the gate will finally be open on August the 8th. As Sirius goes through its travel, it will give the effect of there being two suns. Actually, there is more than one sun, but that is entirely a different program. In the meantime, uh, the appearance, the significance of Sirius coming through now, it's going to be something that will really bring about a great deal of emotion in your day-to-day world. The emotion I speak of is love. This is what will generate the most magnificent brilliance you've ever felt in your entire life. In order to get to that love that is there, it's within each of us. Some of us do have a tendency to ignore it from time to time. But in order for that manifestation to take place, the frequencies of the energies have to go through a sometimes hardened heart. So you will notice at this particular point in time during the opening of this portal that you will be releasing energies beyond your understanding. Well, if you sit in meditation, you will reach an understanding of sorts. But again, this will take a little bit of steadying of the mind. Now, what does the opening of the Lion's Gate have to do with star seeds? Everyone from star seeds? Well, everyone, because we're all spiritual beings. We're all infinite. We are all, even with the intrusion of certain extraterrestrial DNA, we're still a part of the same mainframe. At least the same mainframe was used to begin our process, our matrix, so to speak. So, what we're doing today is we're talking the talk, especially if you have been besieged by some very deep emotional outbreaks, things that you ordinarily would not say or do, anger or resentment. All of these energies that we consider to be negative may burst out during this time period today, or let's say in the last 24 hours or so. You may have noticed, or it may have come to you, that you've been more emotional lately than you usually have been. Things are more very tense, perhaps. Uh, Not to worry. This is nothing to be fearful of. This is a releasing of energies that are to make room for the love that's coming through. The incidence of true love, pure source love, as I call it. To feel that, there's nothing like it. In some of the classes that I've taught, the Reiki or whatever, uh, I teach metaphysical classes from time to time. From some of the courses that I have come across, or understanding of information that I've come across, the feeling when you connect to divine source, when you go through the veil. For some, it's an experience that hasn't taken place yet. For others, it is an experience that's that can become an addiction almost, because once you've had that experience, there is no comparison for it. The closest thing that I have been able to compare it to, um, this may sound a little indelicate, but orgasmic is the closest that I've been able to make a comparison of. It is breathtaking, and it requires that all of your heart chakras, of which there's more than one, is opened. In some cultures, or rather those who follow the expression of the Kundalini, and as you begin to gravitate towards self-realization at the crown chakra, your Kundalini, or rather your alignment of all of your chakras, will feel as if it's traveling upwards. There will be times when you can actually define the sensation. That being said, when the Kundalini or that root chakra orgasmic experience takes place, and you are there face to face with God's source, it may be for only a split second. In some cases, in most cases, it's not very long, simply because mm, the human body is still working on being at the stage where we can withstand prolonged exposure to love source. But the more we attempt it, the more we practice it, the longer we can maintain that feeling, that sensation. Yes, I know. I know it is a part of the ascension. And that is also what the Lion's Gate is about. It's opening in assisting us to the activation of our true selves. I'm going to say something that is probably, well, most people, when they consider or speak of ascension, there's so many different viewpoints on what that is. And to tell you the truth, um, my viewpoint is probably not the same as everyone else's. I don't see it as a death of anything except not knowing who you truly are. But as you become more aware, you become more able to claim your remembrance of who you are. This ascension, as we've become fond of calling it, begins to open every chakra in the body. And the key to opening those chakras is allowing that space of love to take place within you. And breathe. What we're welcoming right now, as we're talking this talk, is a preparation that will take place with some people. I'm hoping that I'm explaining the Lion's Gate energy to the satisfaction of those who desire to experience as we shift. And you'd have to be an ostrich not to realize something is going on. There is something taking place as we shift and continue to do so. Our biochemistry is changing. Our neurological pathways are increasing. We are developing memories, discarding the old so that the new can take place, can be implanted within us. Yes, and implants are, yes, I understand. I know about the implants. I know what that means and how some people have been affected by those. But this is the opportunity to remove those implants. And you can do that on your own. or you can have someone assist you. But those of you who have implants, and if you're going through emotional activity, now is a good time to release all that which is not for your highest good. And sitting quietly to yourself, or standing, or whatever makes you feel more comfortable, and releasing that thought, even. I have, I do accept only that which is for my highest good. It will assist in pushing out negative vibrations and energy that is not yours and has no business being with you. And breathe. For some of you that study or may be considering studying the emerald tablets, you will find a reference to the opening of the lion's gate in the emerald tablets when it refers to meditating with the head to the south of you, the feet to the north of you. Take in another deep breath and know that this time of abundant love, it is not physical or third dimensional or interdimensional at all. It is not about romance. Ah, I got you. I did say orgasmic before, didn't I? But no, it's not about romance. It's not about anything on this level of understanding. The lion's gate opens to supreme and divine love. It will resonate with the higher self of you and the very highest self of all existence. And according to how you perceive that energy, you will feel the intensity of the frequency of that vibration. For some of you who have already released a great deal of emotional baggage, you may have found yourself over the weekend experiencing the most intense sensation of love that you have ever felt coming from the heart. It was amazing, and it has not stopped. It is continuing. Now, tomorrow is going to be a very important day. It's called the day out of time. And for those of you who have a sensitivity to time travel, oh, yes, I know exactly what I'm saying. For those of you that have a sensitivity to time travel, this will be a period for you to experience one of those days where the energies are all connecting. If you've ever seen a display or an enactment of a bank vault, with all of the tumblers rolling into place. This is going to be the unlocking of your vault. Well, you're actually going through the unlocking now. However, within this time frame and right into the month of August, the energy may seem, if I can give you an example, like a prism of aurora borealis energies and lights just radiating. And you will feel that. And some of you are feeling that now at this moment in time. This is one of the greatest moments of this century. If you're still thinking about, oh, the new year, how could this be the new year? Well, this can be the new year for you, especially if you've been attached to some relationships or situations or circumstances that you may feel are beyond your control. Things that require you to make a decision. Should I go left or right? Should I go up or down? What will benefit you the most? Or perhaps you may even have experienced loss, not just of a loved one passing into the next arena, the next veil, perhaps a loss of a job or income, a situation, again, a relationship. Divorce is a loss. Breaking up with someone, that's a loss. All of that makes room for something greater in this planetary alignment that's taking place. Ah, boy, I wish I could see Sirius from here now. In this planetary alignment that's taking place, the effect of the two suns or the two sunrises, that's going to be your, well, let's see, what is the word I'm looking for? Start off from the gate, huh? Twin flames find each other during this time period. Soulmates find each other during this time period. Relationships that were broken or need mending come back with a full force because there's a better understanding, because there's a new you and a new them to understand. Things that seem to have escaped you suddenly become clearer because you've emptied out that space, and within it you've implanted love. Love not just for another being, but love that embraces the continuum, because the connection of the continuum is you. Yes, we are all individuals. We all have egos and minds of our own. But through this period of time, as the gate begins to open, for everyone to feel that surge of energy. Divine Source radiates and emanates and will share with you as much energy as you feel you can receive. And when I say feel that you can receive, we put up a lot of roadblocks in our life. We have socialization, religiosity. We exclude others from what we feel to believe is the right way. I really don't want to mention politics, but we all know that's out there also. And yet, if we bring about from within ourselves a desire, and that is truly where and why this energy is so important. The soul, our soul desires to be one. Our soul desires to absorb that energy as it comes through. The significance of the lion. And the lion is known for many things, but many people aren't aware of the fact that the lion is also known as a bringer of love. And hello.
Hello. Mm-mm.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm fabulous. I am absolutely fabulous. And I'm basically lecturing, but if you have a question, I'm good with that. What
Okay,
I've
I'm a good listener.
Okay, alrighty then. So we'll go about with the listening then.
Okay.
Okay. What I was discussing is the fact that today is a startup for the opening of the Lion's Gate, and for all of the people who have Leo in their signs or who may be Leos, it's an excellent energy right now. And not just because they're lions, and it depends on how literal you take the zodiac sign. I'm going by the energy of the vibrations of the frequencies that are coming from the planets in the Sirius belt. The alignment that's taking place from Sirius right now is going to cause an effect, a visual effect of there being two suns rising. And if you're a sun watcher or a sun gazer, and you go out in the wee hours of the morning, just before sunrise, so that you can watch the sun rising, this particular portal has been associated with the Lion's Gate because uh, the sun is a portal. Those star seeds and individuals who are familiar with the fact that there is a doorway, an entrance way there, where life forms come through back and forth. It has been spoken of from the time of the mystery schools back during the days of Amenti, Egypt, once known as Kemet. And the priests were aware of it and planned their days according to it. But in observing the rising of the sun, we are able to bring forth information of the codes that are there, the codes that are going to be, and that was going to be my next lead in, my next point. There are codes that are being broken now. Mm. And when I say codes or codexes, is how I'll refer to them, I guess. Um, the matrix or the system in which this planet exists is run by a series of codes. And that series of codes allow our life, or, well, I have to rephrase this one coming out because from what what they're telling me, I can't say it. I cannot say it. What I will say is, however we view our life or lifestyle, it's not that it's destiny or it cannot be changed. Yes, it can be changed, most definitely, except for certain fixed moments or points in time when it would affect the entire continuum. But there are codes that keep certain systems functioning, certain groups in a precise momentum. Humanity as a whole is affected by these codes. And in gazing into the sun, you can change the codex that affects your life. A little more detail on that one, huh? Sometimes there are certain circumstances that seem to recur. It's not always, oh, you have a bad attitude or you have too much ego. Sometimes it is the code dex that's coming through and has to do with the lineage from which you were created. That's okay. This can be changed, and eventually it will all be changed, whether you remember how to change it or not, because of the shift. This shift that's taking place is not something that we're going through because we need discipline, etc., etc. This shift is coming, or is here now, that we're taking part of now, exists because it is the natural order of things for this matrix or this planet as we perceive it. And there are a lot of people who have a challenge with the term evolution, but it's a word that serves its purpose as we remember who we are as infinite spiritual beings, as particles of divine source. We begin to realize that a lot of the things that we've accepted in our lives were unnecessary and really non existent, some of them. But we've maintained their creation because of what we believe, what we have been trained to do, and the way we have been trained to think. Back to the lion's gate. This is a great opportunity. And this is another reason why the emotions may be pouring out right now. Because as love is the key to opening the door of divine self within each of us, If our heart chakras are blocked with anger and emotional distress, love may be standing just waiting for you to get the hint, get the point that it's time to open up the heart, release the energies that no longer serve you, and allow in that experience of oneness, of full attunement, because that is what can take place once the kundalini or I said kundalini, but once all of the chakras are aligned, even if it's only for a brief moment in time, you will get to see that flash, that prism of divine source. And as I said earlier, it is a bit addictive. I've had the experience twice. Yes, twice. Once when I had my kundalini initiated, and once when I was in a meditation by myself. It is something that, as I said before, it's difficult to describe. Orgasmic is the closest I've been able to get to it. There's got to be a better definition, though. But it's something that you desire once you've had the experience forever. It's something that you cannot completely forget. Even in the midst of all of your challenges, the memory of that one moment, even 60 seconds, it's overwhelming. It is one of the reasons why people join monasteries and ashrams and convents, and they seclude themselves in caves. You feel as if everything else is a distraction from that most intense feeling of love. This is the experience that will be multiplying itself during these days. We have the day out of time, which is tomorrow, and then we have the the set of Sirius on Wednesday, and from that point on, it will be a rocket experience to the 8th of August, and then culminating on the 21st of August with the solar eclipse. This is not just for humanity. Again, this is for the experience of becoming fully aware of the consciousness of God within you. And that includes the planet, which is also a living being. Everything is alive. Everything. From a grain of sand, a plant, a tree. Those of you that have listened to my rantings and ravings before, you know how I feel about the very smallest appearance of life forms. It is all connected like a string of pearls to the one source, divine source. And again, love is the key that opens that door. But we block it, sometimes more successfully than others. And so, as a part of today's uh, recognition, talking the talk, if there is an opportunity for you to express love on any level, do so. It'll only take a moment. It won't harm you. It will help to increase the resonance of love for the planet. All it takes is a moment. And breathe. Now, tomorrow, as the day out of time, will begin at midnight. And if you feel a little deja vu every once in a while, um, well, actually, deja vu is time travel. Why we allowed ourselves to start calling it deja vu, I don't know. Doesn't matter. If you have an experience where you feel as if you've been somewhere before, you are having a time travel experience, okay? And don't fret about it. You have them all the time. You've had them all of your life. And as we continue to grow in our remembrance of who we are, for some, it will become a pastime. For others, it'll just be something that, oh yeah, I, I been there, done that. Bottom line of what will take place tomorrow, I can't guarantee a deja vu experience for you, but um, what will take place tomorrow will be a reading of an article that I wrote for in 5D. It's a newsletter that's very popular on the internet. At IN 5D simply means in fifth dimension. The name of the article is Calling All Healers, Intuitives, Readers, Energy Shifters, Shape Shifters, and Star Seeds. How do you protect yourself when you are assisting someone in their healing process? Did I read the whole title? Gee, I didn't realize I made the title so long. When you are assisting someone in their healing process? Question mark. Okay. I wrote that because it came to my attention from some of the people that I socialize with from time to time, that there was a bit of a challenge with cutting the cords. When I say cutting the cords, it is a term for the fact that we're all connected to divine source through, I guess you could call them like cable cords of electricity or energy. Every single one of us are connected to the continuum. Every single one in the continuum is connected to divine source. Divine source reflects the connection through one of the portals at this particular time that is opening now is the portal we call the Lion's Gate. Unfortunately, some people are connected to cords that are not necessarily for their highest good, especially if you're in a workplace where you don't feel well loved, or if you're in a relationship or a situation where the energy is a bit questionable. People can, well, not just people, there are different life forms and energies and spirits that can drain you through your cords. And so, upon hearing this person's dilemma, what immediately came out was a technique that I've used before for cutting the cords. I use gemstones, and people who have seen some of my work on Facebook know that I make wands using just gemstones and copper. But gemstones are sufficient if you're realigning your cords. The cords grow back, but what you're doing simply perhaps twice a day, if you feel that you're connected to someone that doesn't wish you well, or if you're feeling even surges of pain or energy that, where's that coming from? You can simply say, and using your hands, you don't have to have gemstones or crystals because we are so powerful. We have more than enough electrical energy that can cut through anything. It is our intention that makes a difference. But if you can say to yourself, as you just kind of do the Harry Potter thing over you, over your head, I'm, I'm sorry, I'm a fan of his. For reasons I will not go into now. No, I'm not a witch, so don't worry about that. But some of my best friends are witches, so we won't go there either. But anyway, um, you can just wave your hands over yourself or your gemstones. Selenite is the best, and say, "I cut the cords that bind me to any energy that is not for my highest good, and I seal the cords that I cut, have just cut, from their point of destination, so that they may not affect me again. And I seal any endeavor. I cut off and seal any endeavor to reestablish those cords if they are not for my highest good. And I heal any wounds that may have been projected, may have been started, may have been initiated. The wording is yours. It is the intention that is important, that you send your energy. And of course, before you do that, always clear yourself. Always ask for guidance from angels and your archangels and whoever you may kowtow to. I am not trying to change anybody's religiosity. I'm not trying to restructure anybody's spirituality. Oh, my message, and as a messenger who is one of many, is simply to remember that you are a spiritual being. Reawaken that spirituality in you, Buddhist, Christian, Islamic, Jew. There is a key of love, one key for all religions. We may look at the religions as, oh, this one is different, genuflect, whatever. That's not as important as how you view what it is you hold dear to you. Your intention brings about the change. You can believe in nothing at all and still manifest great things because you have directed your intention for your highest good. Oh, yeah, she said that. Okay. This is one of the truths that we have been talked out of as a species. We don't need statues or idols or pictures or names. I once asked Yeshua, what is it? Should I say Jesus or Yeshua? And the answer was, say what you want. Because I was in the particular time situation where I seemed to be inundated with people who were having a challenge with me saying Yeshua. And I was having a challenge with them constantly saying Jesus. And they were trying to convert me, and I was trying to stand my ground. And so it was like, I don't care if they say Jesus. I don't care if you say Yeshua. you and I have commitment, so whatever you want to call me. And I said, okay, I'm good with that. And so it is 8:32, time to fold up my tent, such as it is, and travel back into my cave. It's a crystal cave, though, so it's very comfortable. Ending this the evening, well, on a happy note, I hope, because the message was is that whatever you're going through, remember that love, love of divine source radiating through you, that is the doorway, the key to all understanding. It should be your desire. And now, with this energy through this portal, you can manifest your heart's desire. And so it is. I will end as I enjoy doing with the mantra from the ashram. Could always do Namoringyo. I like that one. But I enjoyed my stay in the ashram, so I do this one from time to time. Catherine, I'm going to bid you good evening and hold you in the light as I hold every single soul who may have an opportunity to listen to this program, as the next two programs will be for the next two nights. So there may be people coming back to listen to the first one, or whomever, whatever. Sometimes I go in and I think, oh, I didn't have anybody listening that night, and I'll see that there was quite a bit of activity. So uh, not just to the people who may listen, but to the people who may not listen. What takes place in this format is that the airwaves of the internet have picked up and is processing, transferring the frequency of this information on several levels of vibrations. So it doesn't matter who is or is not on the air. What matters is that the message gets out and it will flood the airways and even go off the planet as far as being transmitted is concerned. And that is what is necessary. So, for all of those who will be affected by the frequency of the vibrations of the energy, I hold you in the light. God bless you and keep you. Did you want to say something, Catherine?
No, just namaste, and I hold you in the light as well.
Namaste, my dear. And I am going now to do the Namah Shivaya. Oh, I don't know about anybody else. I just love that particular mantra. Mm. And I'm taking my sip of honey that I try to do whenever I'm going to do a mantra of any kind. And taking in a deep breath. If you practice mantras, it's always good to take in a deep breath before you start. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Oh, I can get really loud with this one. So I'm going to sign off. Good night and God bless.